Dear heart, allow me to approach with serenity and care, bringing a special message that connects with what you carry deep inside. I am nothing more than a messenger, but my words come not only to inform, but to touch you deeply, to illuminate what seemed forgotten, to rekindle what is already warm, and to give meaning to what once seemed like an enigma. Today, I want to talk to you about something that might awaken doubts, something so subtle that perhaps you've even kept it hidden from yourself. It's time to make space to talk about that person who lives in your most private thoughts. Yes, that constant presence you believe you observe neutrally, without feelings beyond silence. But let me tell you with total clarity, you are mistaken. And this, in truth, is something good. That person you think feels nothing for you actually carries within a deep, sincere, and contained love. This truth may surprise you at first. Maybe it was something in their gestures, in their gaze, or in the way they pulled away that made you think there was nothing beyond the surface. Maybe it was the way they control their reactions, how they hide their emotions behind measured movements, or how they fall silent just when the connection seems ready to deepen. But what you haven't noticed is that this apparent distance is not a lack of feeling, but the effort to contain something that overwhelms them, something that grows inside them even if the right moment to express it hasn't come. That love which has remained hidden is neither insignificant nor fleeting. It is genuine and deep, so authentic that it has been protected like a treasure, with both fear and hope. There are many reasons for this silence, and perhaps you haven't considered them. True love, at times, is frightening. When someone touches us so deeply that they transform us, fear also arises. Fear of not being reciprocated, fear of losing what already exists, fear of rejection. That person holds within a truth that has not yet been spoken. Not because they want to hide it from you, but because at the time, they felt it was safer to protect that feeling rather than risk not being understood. Every smile they didn't show, every word they held back, every evasive look, all of it holds more value than you can imagine. It was never indifference. It was their heart trying to care for what it feels, buying time until they found the courage or certainty to open up. Out of fear, waiting for the right moment to come out. True love, dear heart, often chooses silence when it fears not being reciprocated. Acknowledging what one feels, especially when it comes to something so big, is an act of courage that can be terrifying. That's why she has guarded it so closely. Not out of indifference or cowardice, but due to an internal battle. She feels a lot. She worries too much about how her words might be received. She's afraid of losing you, afraid of scaring you. She fears that something so valuable might break if it leaves the refuge where it's been kept. And even with all that fear, she admires you much more than you can imagine. She watches you attentively, notices details that you wouldn't believe anyone could notice. She sees that strength in you, the one you don't even fully recognize yourself. She sees the intensity of your light, the same light that touches those around you, even when you don't always see it yourself. To her, you are much more than you seem. Your gestures, your words, even the simplest things about you leave marks on her heart. That admiration, mixed with the love growing inside her, keeps her connected to you in silence. And this feeling, dear heart, does not fade. It doesn't diminish, even if she decides to hide it. On the contrary, it keeps growing inside her like a flame that not even doubt can extinguish. It was always there, quietly waiting for the right moment to be heard. As if the universe was waiting for both hearts to be ready for this awakening with clarity and maturity. That moment is approaching, and what has been hidden will be revealed. There is a truth that can no longer be hidden. Loving in silence is also an act of bravery. She's protected it so carefully because it's too precious to give away just any way. She chose to nurture it within herself until she was sure what to do with it. Not because she doubts you or the love she feels, but because she wants to do it right. She wants to open up, but she also needs to know her heart will be received with respect and understanding. To love, often, is the bravest act a person can take. And doing it in silence requires a strength few understand. The universe is preparing everything so that this love so true can find its place. When she dares to take that step, when she brings into the light what she holds inside, it will be a moment that changes everything. For you, it will be like seeing sunlight after a long night. You will understand that the silence was never empty. It was love, kept safe, waiting for its moment to bloom. Now, the universe only asks for patience, faith, and an open heart. Get ready to see clearly. Listen with your soul. Her love for you is not small. And when it shows itself, it will bring a truth so powerful, you won't be able to ignore it. Get ready to receive not only her words but also everything she's already shown you in silence. Looks, gestures, moments you might not have understood. Trust, dear heart. That feeling you thought was far away has always been closer than you imagined. And now, it's about to leave the shadows of fear and step into the light of fulfillment. When that happens, everything will change. You'll see not only her love, but the power of what you can build together. Open yourself, because the universe is already laying the path. And that, dear heart, is exactly what I came to tell you today. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is already in motion, placing every piece in its place, preparing everything for that long-awaited moment. Every detail around you is being carefully orchestrated, like a precise masterpiece being completed piece by piece. And that masterpiece is the truth she's carried inside her for so long. Yes, listen closely. Very soon, she will tell you. The feelings that were hidden, contained, and repressed for so long will no longer be able to stay silent. That love she guarded so carefully will finally be revealed like a real sigh, like a wave that cannot be stopped. What once seemed like a wall will no longer be. Soon, it will begin to open. That silence, once so hard to understand, will finally fade, and in its place will come words born from the deepest part of the soul. True words, full of emotion, and with the courage that has now grown strong enough to overcome fear. And you, dear heart, who may have thought that love wasn't real, who perhaps believed you were alone in your feelings, will be moved by a truth you hadn't fully understood, the intensity of what she feels for you. This is the moment to prepare yourself. The universe is already moving the pieces, but it also needs you to participate. It asks you to become aware, and to open your heart to what's coming. Because even when the words are finally spoken, even when that long-held love begins to be expressed, it will still be a fragile and incredibly powerful moment. To love is, by nature, a brave act. But to reveal that love after having kept it, questioned it, and protected it takes tremendous strength and surrender. That person is about to break through her own barriers, to leave behind fears that held her back. That's why the universe is asking you for trust and openness now more than ever. Dear heart, don't let doubts or fears get in the way of what's about to happen. This connection, this moment where the heart becomes words, deserves to be received with all the purity and honesty it carries. The universe wants you to be ready to understand the depth of what's about to be shared. This is not just a confession, it is a release for both of you. The beginning of something new. something that has been carefully prepared for this very moment. And think about what that means. This person has protected a genuine love, waiting for the right time to reveal it. That love has grown in silence, in a space of respect. And now it's ready to blossom and be shared. The act of opening her heart is neither small nor simple. It is an act of courage, a sincere offering. And it is also an invitation for you to take a step towards something greater. That's why your role in all this is essential. The universe wants you to receive this moment with a clean heart, free from the doubts and fears left behind by other stories. This connection is different. It's a new chapter in your journey, and all that's being asked is that you allow it to be written with authenticity. When the words come out, when she looks at you and lets her heart speak, everything around you will pause, but something deep inside you will shift. It will feel as if everything finally falls into place: emotions, souls, intentions. In that moment, what she will need from you most is openness. Listen without haste, without judgment. Feel with her what is being revealed. And that, dear heart, is something you can start preparing within yourself now, being willing not just to hear, but to truly understand the meaning behind what is shared. To cherish the beauty of a confession born from a place so pure, so authentic, and so brave. It wasn't easy for her to reach this point. It's not simple to express something that's been held back for so long. But she is ready, guided by a love that can no longer stay silent. And you, just as you are the reason she's willing to face her fear and tear down her own walls. When that moment arrives, you will realize that it wasn't just her who was preparing. The universe was also preparing you, so you could receive this, open up, and see what this person has carried deep inside, something so profound, so meant for you. So trust, dear heart. Trust the moment that's approaching. Trust the transformation that is about to unfold. This love that lived in silence will become words. And those words will open a new path, a new story. It is a chance to create something beautiful, something real, something the universe has been delicately preparing for both of you. Prepare yourself to receive, for what's coming is a gift for your soul. Reflect for a moment on what that means. Someone has carried their love for you all this time. They've held in silence a deep, beautiful, and genuine feeling, waiting for the right moment to show it. It's far greater than it appears. This person saw something unique in you, something precious, something worthy of being loved with care and honesty. That love, kept in secret and cultivated gently, is neither fleeting nor small. It is proof of the impact you make, of the way you touch the lives of those around you. It's also evidence of a connection aligned with a greater purpose, a destiny that the universe has been slowly weaving. That feeling represents the eternal that lives in every soul, the longing to share, to connect with someone we see as irreplaceable. So, dear heart, do not diminish this love. Do not judge it for the time it took to be revealed, nor for the silence that came before. The most beautiful things don't always arrive when we want them, but when we are ready to receive them. We are ready to receive what arrives only when our hearts have reached the maturity and openness needed to recognize what the universe is giving us. That is what's happening now. Everything that was held back, everything that remained silent, will manifest at the perfect moment, just as the universe intended. This love, which perhaps appeared unexpectedly, is emerging. Just as you and that person are ready to share something authentic and deep. And now, dear soul, what the universe asks of you is simple but deeply meaningful. Trust. Have faith in what is taking shape. Believe in the love that is approaching. Believe that everything is aligning at the ideal time. And above all, trust the universe, which never fails to bring you what is truly meant for you. In the meantime, stay present. Be aware. Let everything flow without anxiety, without pressure, without trying to control every part. True love doesn't rush. It only needs space to exist, to blossom, and to grow with strength and beauty. And that space is exactly what the universe is opening up for both of you now. When that love finally manifests, when the courage that's been building in silence comes to light, you'll understand that everything that once felt like distance or indifference was actually an internal struggle. It wasn't a lack of feelings, it was the effort to find clarity and the right moment to express what had always been there. When those words are finally spoken, when the silence dissolves, something within you will change. It will be like finding the missing piece that, once in place, transforms the entire picture. The doubts that once filled your heart will vanish, replaced by calm, by certainty, and by the understanding that this was always meant to be. Then, dear heart, you will see just how deep her love for you has always been. You'll understand that it wasn't the waiting that weakened the feeling, it made it stronger. And upon hearing her voice, receiving what she has saved for this moment, you'll realize that every step of the journey had a purpose. Sometimes, love needs time to mature in silence before it's ready to shine in full light. This will mark a new beginning, the start of a story the universe wrote long ago, just waiting for the perfect moment to begin. Trust, dear heart. That confession is on its way. And with it will come a new chapter in your life, a chapter written with courage, love, and truth, without fear or doubt. That person who guarded her feelings so carefully is about to reveal them fully. And when that happens, everything in your life will change. That love you believed was absent had always been there. Always. It was simply waiting for the right moment to reveal itself, the moment when both of you would be ready to receive and fully live it. Get ready to listen with an open soul. Get ready to receive this love with the respect and beauty it deserves. And get ready to feel something that will transform your life in ways you can't yet imagine. The universe has been preparing this encounter for a long time. It has traced the path, planted the signs, and now it's guiding you toward what was always meant to be. Trust the universe, dear soul. Open your heart to the love that is arriving. Now more than ever, this love won't just touch your life, it will open the door to a story written with purpose for both hearts. What's coming surpasses everything beautiful. It's what was created for you, what the universe has always known belongs to you. Trust. That love is already knocking at your door. Open it to receive it. Until the next video. Thanks for watching.